Hey guys, welcome back to the Top Percentile YouTube channel. Today we have one of the alums of JBIMS who recently completed his MSc Finance course. He got passed out in 2025 and currently working with a very well-known company. We have Pranav Asani with us. He's one of the mentors at the top percentile for MSc Finance and MHRD course. He would be guiding the students to get into JBIS to crack the process, giving his inputs, how he got done with the group discussion, PI, and VAT sessions at the in-person assessment of JBIMS. Before we start the interview, I would just like to announce that regarding the course of MSc Finance and MHRD at the top percentile. We'll be starting this course soon. Whoever is interested, whoever wants to get into these courses can join the WhatsApp group, the link for which is in the description. And we'll guide you more, we'll give you more information about the latest notices and, of course, the course. Now, let's start the interview. So, hi, Pranav. Thank you so much for being with us.
Hi Vedant, thank you so much for having me. I just remember 2 years ago, I contacted Top Percentile. Like, do you have a crash course for,
Yeah,
the MFin course? So I enrolled, and I think Top Percentile was of great help to me personally, to crack JBIMS. And 2 years later, I don't know how time has passed.
that's all.
2 years later, I'm really happy to be a mentor here. I think the entire Top Percentile team has worked really hard to put up a proper curated course for you guys for both MSc Finance and the MHRD program. So as Vedant mentioned, you can check out the WhatsApp group in the description box, and I'll be happy to answer all of your questions. GDPI, what related. We'll even take some very interesting sessions. And I think as someone who's just officially become a JB alum, just ended college, I think I'll be more than happy to help each and every one of you to crack both of these courses. So thank you
Perfect.
for having me.
Thank you so much for that, Pranav. Thank you for being a part of the top percentile along with other batchmates from your course and even other students from MHRD and from different years also. So, Pranav, before we dive deeper into the course and the process, could you tell our viewers something about yourself, your background, how much did you score in CET, how was the process like for you, and currently where you're working?
Certainly, happy to share. As you guys know, my name is Pranav Asani. I completed my graduation in 22. Like, I pursued bachelor's in financial markets from Jai Hind College. So, like, I had a background in finance before I joined MSc Finance. My CET score was 98.83, and I'm currently working as a management trainee at Phillip Capital India. And with regards to my entire process, I think you know with regards to the interview, the GD, the what session, I think everything was, you know, uh, perfectly, one after the
One
other.
after the other, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we
So,
started with what, we gave a proper 10-minute what session, then
mm,
we went to the GD, and
reading
then
and
we
then the
went to the
PI.
interview. So I
Yeah.
think it was a perfect, I would say, an all-rounded
Assessment by JBMS
graduation.
for the
Yeah, exactly. The
MSc Finance
assessment was
course. Yeah,
completely
great. We'll
all-rounded.
dive deeper into that. So before that, you talked about you working with Philip Capital, and could you just, I mean, you've just joined the company, I know that, but could you tell how the workplace is like? What kind of colleagues do you have from other top colleges, and if you've already started to get to interact with the higher management or something like that?
Yeah, certainly. I think the induction that's going on right now, like my first day was on Monday.
Hmm.
So I'm actually having a great time over there. It's only been a week, but I already feel, it's like home. The top management, everyone in the company has been super welcoming, super warm to everyone. And I've gotten to interact with a lot of students from a lot of colleges, not just in Mumbai, but all across the country. So I think as someone who's just dived into the corporate world, we hear a lot of stories about workload, and it can be quite intimidating, the corporate world. But I think if you have people your age, if you have people from other B schools, like the camaraderie that you have initially, I think that helps a lot for you as a person to settle in a company.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I'm really glad that you got into this company, and You've been from the finance background, you got into MSc Finance and now this company, so like it's perfect for you. Really happy for you, Pranav.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the course a bit. You've already talked about we've got PI, VAT, and GD for MSc Finance. But could you also talk about the selection criteria? I mean, initially, basis what the 400 students ka shortlist comes out. After how many days you get a call to come to JBIMS for the in-person assessment? How intimidating is it in JBIMS when you are going through the process? And if you know what the selection criteria is to become one of those 40 students in MSc Finance.
So definitely. So as we all know, like people, appear for CET, then they get a certain score and they get an admission in college. That's the standard procedure for CET. But for MSc Finance, it's an all-rounded effort. Like whatever you've done, like right from your school to your college, extracurricular activities, internships, valid certifications, work experience, everything counts. So it starts with your CET score. There are two criterias. One is your CET score, which has a 60% weightage, I believe. Then you have your 10th and 12th marks and your graduation marks, and you have a certain percentage for your extracurricular activities and your work experience. That constitutes the 60% of the selection criteria. Rest of the 40% depends on how you do on the D day, like your written assessment test, your
Mm,
personal interview, and group discussion. I believe the CET score, as mentioned in the MSc Finance form, is 97 percentile is for general category
right.
students.
Yeah.
90 percentile is for the reserve category
Category.
students. And I guess there's also for UPSC aspirants who've cleared a couple of exams, they are also eligible to apply for this course.
But
But
I guess
as
that was for last year and not this year, if I'm
Okay,
not.
okay. So I think it's changed this year. So
Yeah.
I think CAT and CET are the two main exams through which they're eligible to apply for this
Correct.
course.
Correct. So yeah, thanks for that answer, Pranav. Guys, like we had mentioned before, also in the previous interviews, also with people from MSc Finance, 60% goes to your CT and 40% is all about your in-person assessment. So it's really important, like 40% way. So you have to be really good with whatever you're doing over there, which is exactly we've got people who've cracked those in-person assessments, who would be able to guide you, would be able to share their experiences, and would be able to tell you the exact points where you're going wrong. So, which is why just to help the aspirants, we've come up with this course. Again, it's there in the description. You can have a look at it. So, Pranav, you would have also seen that there's a notice for SIMS3 MSc Finance. What do you think of that? A lot of students have been asking us कि first time है कैसा होगा अच्छा होगा नहीं होगा. Will it be at par with SIMS3 MMS program, whoever's taken finance? Should we go for other colleges like Pumba, Wellinger instead of going for MSc Finance of SIMS3? What do you think, or what you would have done if you would have been in their shoes?
See, I think MSc Finance as a course is a proper core finance course. You have your regular management courses, which is the MMS, but MSc Finance is such a course that the day you enter the college and the day you leave the college, you'll only be studying finance. So, if as a person you are extremely passionate about the course, about the subject, then I think MSc Finance is a great course for you
Hmm.
personally, because JB has MSc Finance. Other top college that in Mumbai is NMIMS, which also has an MSc Finance program. So I think today we are living in is an era of specialization. Like if you are interested in finance, your core focuses lies in finance. So I think as a student, you need to decide what your interest is. If your interest is finance, you want to crunch numbers, you're good at math, then you should certainly look at a program which is
Hmm.
MSc Finance.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I think it's a great initiative by Sim3 as well to launch this
Hmm.
program. I believe they have a specialization in portfolio management and
Right.
financial planning,
Yeah.
which in India, especially after COVID, the
Hmm.
number of investors that have increased in India,
Hmm.
it's phenomenally
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
above and beyond what it used to be before COVID. So I think this niche specialization that Sim3 has launched, I think students really need to go to their website, check out their course structures, see what the vision of Sim3 is, and they can definitely, I think, get a very good idea when they would look at the curriculum of Sim3 and if their goals and their aspirations match with that.
Match with it. Very well said, Pranav. Even we say the same things to our student that if you're genuinely interested in finance and if because of lower marks you're not able to get into SIMSI MMS program, this should be a good choice because you're getting Simpson's name, and
Right.
uh, the companies that would be coming over there would be almost at par with the ones that come for MMS as well. And but one thing you have to be sure that you have to be completely into finance. You can't just go
Absolutely.
there for Simpson's name because then you'll have a tough time if you're not interested. So, Pranav, talking about you, you personally, how did you like MSc Finance at JBMS? And how was the course like? Did it align with your vision? Did it exactly give you what you wanted? And now, are you working for the company and the profile where you exactly wanted to work?
I think 100%. I think for me personally, like when I turned 18, like when I just completed my 12th, it was pretty clear to me that I want to pursue a career in finance. So I
Mm.
went for a bachelor's in financial markets. And then post that, I was searching for a course which would help me upskill my bachelor's degree. So
Mm.
whatever basics that I had learned in my bachelor's course, I
Mm.
think MSc Finance was one leap beyond that. So what like basics of capital markets, basics of technical analysis, basics of portfolio management. As an 18, 19-year-old, you can't be a master or you can't know everything there is to know about finance. But when you enroll to a master's program, the people that you get to interact with, the professors that have decades of industry experience, even
Mm.
the academicians that have
Mm.
decades of industry experience, teaching experience, the things that they introduce you to, it is leaps and beyond to what you can do in a graduate course. So for me personally, learning new programs, things like algo trading, things like deeper technical analysis, portfolio management, to submit assignments which actually replicate what happens in the real life world. So I think it was personally for me, it fulfilled everything that I wanted to do in my career in finance. So I learned everything there was to know in my college, and I'll hopefully apply everything that I learned in my college to my new company now.
You will for sure, Pranav, and I'm telling you, your company would be really happy to have you as well,
Thank you.
because you're so much into finance and so passionate about it. So I'm really sure that you would be um, doing really well in that company. Pranav, could you also talk about the batchmates and the faculty that were there for your course, MSc Finance? I mean, people from different diverse backgrounds, the faculty, the visiting faculty. Could you talk a bit about them?
Certainly. So finance is something that everyone needs. Whether you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you are in finance basically. So everyone needs finance. Everyone needs to know finance. Everyone learns finance. So you have people from diverse backgrounds who've done something else in their graduation, but suddenly they realize that their heart lies in finance. So we have people from various different backgrounds, various parts of the countries, in fact, not just academic backgrounds. So you get to interact with so many different types of cultures, so many different people. You get so many interesting viewpoints from people because you alone can only think so much. But if you meet like-minded people like you, bright minds like you, I think you get new and different perspectives every single day. So I think that's exactly what it was interacting with my batchmates on a daily basis. Every day you get a new perspective. Every day you get to learn something new because you spend so much time in the college. The camaraderie is pretty strong among the batchmates.
Yeah, yeah.
So with regards to crowd, I think you just get to learn something every single day. And with regards to the faculty, people who passed out from JBIMS in the 80s and 90s, they made a big name, for themselves in the corporate worlds, being CXOs of different big companies. And then now again, they're back in college, teaching us, hopefully helping us to also become CXOs one day. So I think interacting with the caliber of people, like you don't get to interact with such people, on a daily basis. It's
Fair.
only when they come to the college, they come to
Mhm.
teach you. It's only then that you get an opportunity to interact with them.
Right.
So I think that's a very, very big plus point to get into a college like JBIMS because the alum network is so vast that they come to teach you and they help you also grow. Not just in life but also in the corporate field as well.
This is the same answer that every JVM student and an alum has ever told us in this interview. Guys, it's all about the alums. They're industry experts. They're the CXOs of top companies. And it's about giving back to the college, and which is why they come to JBMS. They teach the students, give their experiences, and they teach you exactly what you want to know, you need to know for your corporate career. So, give your best, give everything you've got if you're genuinely interested in MSc Finance and MHRD. And we are there to help you, of course. So, reach out to us through the number mentioned in the description, through the WhatsApp group, through Instagram, if you have any doubt regarding MSc Finance or MHRD. One final question, Pranav, would be what is this? What would be the one final advice that you would like to give to all the aspirants and the viewers who are wanting to get into MSc Finance in JBIMS?
Absolutely. I think you mentioned about how it is on the D-Day, right? In JBIMS. So I would just tell you, and I think that's a issue with all of us when we are aiming for the top level, which is of course JBIMS over here. Just trust yourself. I have this score, I have this background. Will I be able to do it? Will I not be able to do it? I think you should stop asking yourself these questions. If you're matching the criteria, if you've got a good CET score, work on yourself. You will still have some time to prepare for yourself, work on yourself, learn new things. Don't sit and think, you know, will I be able to get in? What will happen if I'll get in? What will happen if I won't get in? Everything will be taken care of if you just put your head down and work hard. I think even Vidhan will agree with me for
Of
when
course.
CET prep was there, we left everything. For those some few months and days, we left everything, and our only focus was to give our best attempt. I think you only need to focus on giving your best attempt. Everything else will be taken care of. So that is my advice for the aspirants. Just give your best. Don't think about the results.
Very well said, yeah, Pranav. In fact, this was told to us in one of the other interviews also. It's exactly the same advice given to the aspirants that um कर्म करते जाओ फल की टेंशन मत लो. It's something like that. So
फल की इच्छा
just
मत करो.
keep,
Yes, it's from Bhagavad Gita.
yes,
Yes.
just keep working hard and don't think about the results. Um, होगा तो होगा, नहीं होगा तो there are 100 different things to do in this world.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
there are so many courses by other top colleges. Uh, there are things outside India also, and there are so many things that you can do yourself. You don't have to go to any college to learn something. But try your best, try your level best to get into this course so that बाद में एटलीस्ट ज़्यादा और सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़े एंड यू कैन कीप डूइंग वट एवर यू लाइक. So yeah, thank you so much, Pranav, for being with us. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you loved the video or just slightly like the video, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It would motivate us to make more videos. Comment, share your thoughts with us, and we definitely look into it. Thank you so much, Pranav. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.